Welcome to this video, Great Minds. What is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that make complete sense. It is different from a clause. It is different from a phrase. Remember, a phrase is a group of words as well. But a phrase functions as a single unit. Can be a noun phrase, a group of words that function as a noun, adjectival phrase, a group of words that function as an adjective. A clause, on the other hand, is a group of words. That is a bit like a sentence, but sometimes a clause can only form part of a sentence. But for a sentence, we have a group of words that is made up of the subject and the predicate, just like a clause, but in this case makes complete sense. For example, I go to school every day. I is the subject of that sentence. Go is the verb. And in that sentence, we have the preposition to. We have the object of the preposition, which is school. To there indicates the direction I go. Then school is the right place. So I go to school every day. The adverbial here is every day. It then tells time how often I go to school, that it is every day. All right, so a sentence must make complete sense. It mustn't be questionable. As you don't have to say what will happen if you say this, like this, the case of a clause. If I slap you, what will happen? So if I slap you is a clause. You will cry is a sentence or the main clause. I'm saying this to say that a sentence can also be seen as a main clause. A main clause is a typical example of a simple sentence because they have the same constituent, which is the subject and the predicate. There must be a noun or a noun phrase or a pronoun functioning as the subject. Sometimes you wonder, what is really the difference between a sentence and other groups of words in English expression? It is important to pay attention to this video because I'm going to explain what a sentence is as different from other units of language. Because we have a phrase, we have a clause. Then what's the difference between those two and a sentence? A sentence, just like I have explained here, is different from a clause because a clause can be subordinate. By the name subordinate, it means it depends on something else to make complete sense. But a sentence obligatorily must make complete sense, meaning that it must have the subject and also the predicate. Now let me explain the concept of predicate as long as English expression is concerned. Predicate is the part of a sentence other than the subject, the other part of a sentence apart from the subject. That is to say, the structure of a sentence is subject plus predicate. Then I have explained already that a subject can be a noun, for instance, Okon, judge, gift. Those are nouns. We can have those names as the subject of a sentence if they perform action in a sentence. Again, we can have a pronoun like he, she, they, and so on as the subject of the sentence, used in place of the names of people that's supposed to be there at the position of the subject. Sometimes we can have a noun phrase like the girls, the boys, the man, the woman. That can be the subject of a sentence. So the other part is predicate, which is the other part apart from the subject. The predicate begins normally from the verb, and the verb is the obligatory item in a predicate. That's to say, you cannot have a predicate without the verb. And again, that only a verb can be a predicate in a sentence. For instance, the boy danced. The boy is the subject, danced is the predicate, which is only a verb. So we can have just a verb as a predicate. But where we have he goes to school every day, goes to school every day is the predicate, and the obligatory item in that predicate is goes, which is the verb. Then we have to school and every day. To school is a prepositional phrase that indicates the direction the action is always taken. Then we also have the adverbial there, which is an adverb, every day, adverb of time, which is meant to modify the verb goes. So he goes to school every day. It's a sentence. It makes complete sense. And as a sentence, we have the subject, he, and then the predicate, goes to school every day. So these are constituents of a sentence. The sentence is made up of the subject and the predicate. Take note of that. And also don't forget that a main clause can be seen as a sentence too, because a main clause makes complete sense on its own. It is only a subordinate clause that forms part of a sentence and cannot make complete sense. I want to believe you understand what a sentence is and the difference between a sentence and a clause, and also the difference between a sentence and a phrase. So when we say a sentence is a group of words, this particular group of words is different from the group of words we have in phrase or clause. Thank you very much for watching this video. I remain Teacher Dixon. Please do well to share this video so that we can reach out to other people who are in need of a lesson like this. I appreciate it.